Oh, 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 hello.
Hello,
Hello, hello, hello.
hello,
Oh,
hello.
that was very funny. Oh, humor and enjoyment with all of this interesting energy that is occurring right now on Earth, especially around these particular black boxes. But we won't get started now with the black box because we have much other things to cover. And so it is that we are delighted to be here with all of you from the angelic realm. And it is that we are here to remind you, as always, that we love and adore who it is that you are. And we are here to remind you that if you are here in a physical form and in a body right now, that you have chosen to be here. And that you have chosen to be on earth during this momentous shift and change that is occurring and happening at a very accelerated rate. And we want you to let go, first of all of your fears and all of your worries about the future. For although sometimes right now, as the energy is intensifying, there is great fear that sometimes comes to the surface, and we want you to know that it is all right to feel that fear and to allow it to come up and to know that it is there and to bring love to it. But we're not wanting you to attach to it, because what's happening right now is you're moving very quickly, like a very fast, speedy train through a portal of energy. And as you are moving through this portal, you are opening up into absolute divine and magnificent new infinite possibilities. And it is that right now on your planet, there are many things occurring that are supporting enormous quotes of light moving in and bombarding Mother Earth. And as that light is coming up, it can sometimes go deep into the cells of your tissues, and it can begin to stir things in your physical and emotional and spiritual body that can create some upset and some change, or you might notice that a lot of things in your life are coming to an end, or they are beginning to close, and you are moving into a new frequency where you're aligning with new beings, new friends, new people, new opportunities, new possibilities, because a new vibration of a rebirth is happening. So we are all here gathered today, and first of all, we want to thank you from the angelic realm. And not only am I here from what you might label or have the term as the angelic realm, but there are beings that are here in droves today, for many of the great elders and the indigenous ones are here. For it is your time to honor them and to honor Mother Earth. And so I will be talking and translating for many of them who are present today as they are coming in and beginning to create a circle around the energy in which you might call Kelly, in which I am using her physical body to speak to all of you right now. And it is that right now on the planet there is what we have spoken of and will continue to reiterate, a great death. But with that great death and that release and that grieving of the way in which things were, there is a beautiful birth happening and a rebirth taking place. And as you have been leading up to this particular moment in linear time in history, where it is that you sit right now, as you are moving into the vibration of the energy that is coming together in the star systems tomorrow, in your understanding of linear time, what is being or occurring is that many of the timelines, in a sense, on parallel realities will be converging together and merging together to create one lined energy of love, where you begin to unify all fields. worlds. And in this process of unification, you're going to be opening up a space, or a pinpoint is going to begin to open to allow a birthing to happen, for you to move through the birth canal and to pass through into an ushering in of a new beginning. Many beings talk about this as the golden age, or the new earth, or the fifth dimensional reality, or ascension. And what this really is that it is a shedding and a releasing of denser energies. And many of you are feeling isolated and alone due to this virus that is happening across the globe. And many of you are feeling a great heaviness and much fear and anxiety, because many things that were very familiar to you and a part of your life are dissolving. But it was very important for you not to label that as negative, and to know that with that dissolving, if there is a willingness to surrender and to release and to let it go, as it begins to dissolve, that you're going to be moving through this canal. And as you go through this, what you might call the dark night of the soul, that has been happening on many levels during this particular conjunction of time on Earth, you might want to call it a global dark night of the soul. You're going to bring yourself, or birth yourself, or emerge out of that, just like a caterpillar out into the chrysalis of a butterfly, opening up into the possibility of spreading your wings to something new. As you are ushering in the age of the collective and of the unified, of the community vibration, of the humanitarian connection, of the remembering and the idea that when one of you on the earth is suffering, you're all suffering. The knowing and the remembering of the great grandmother's spider web of interconnectedness of all things. And as that energy is coming in, the old area, which might have been labeled as the Piscean age, that was much more based in and bounded to earth and bounded to the vibration and the energy of hierarchy and individualism, but had its root in the material, is going to begin to dissolve. And as it begins to dissolve, it's important for you to allow it without judgment, witnessing it dissolving, and knowing that just because it might be burning or transforming or moving through transmutation, it is that you will be rebuilding anew something magnificent. So there is absolutely nothing to fear, but to be a loving witness to the transmutation of this energy. Now, the reason which we've brought you all together today to gather at this particular moment in time is that at different points in time, and although where it is that I come from, there is no time, it is that there are moments in which what we would call grids are built across the earth. And these grids are like webs of light that unify the planet and begin to create an opening and a space for this new consciousness. These grids have been built now for many, many years, and many people have gathered across the globe at different moments, like 999 or 111111 or 1212. They have gathered during great times of the solstice or the eclipse or the full moon, very sacred moments when energies come together, when many of you choose to gather in ceremony to honor each other, the earth, and to usher in what we might label or call light codes coming from higher dimensional frequencies to support the earth as it bursts its new light. And so one of these moments, and it is a momentous moment, is tomorrow. And this energy that is being and coming in right now is an energy to honor and to return to many of the old and indigenous ways. And because of that, many of the great elders across the globe on many different continents are very tuned in and aware through as they look to the night sky and they see the alignment of the planets. They remember and they recognize as the winter solstice or summer solstice, depending where they are in the globe, approaches, they recognize and that they know that this is a momentous moment in their time. But they see and they connect to the earth in a new way, for they know this because they feel it in their being and in their bones. For they are an extension of themselves, extends out into nature. For they are connected to Mother Earth in a way in which many of the newer cultures have lost their connection. And so they rise up and they have many names. And as they rise up, they say to you in their prophecies that it is time to return to the ancient teachings and the old ways and the knowings in which you are part of and integrated with, but not separate from Mother Earth. For you have separated yourselves in your homes and in your spaces, forgetting to play with her, to be with her, to hold her, to value her, to bow to her in reverence and in gratitude for all the bounty and the love and the gifts in which she gives to you. And so this date, this moment, this time is an opportunity to gather and to love her. And so the great elders and indigenous beings that dwell in Australia, often with the great name or the understanding as the Aborigines, they are doing a very sacred ceremony at Uluru, where they are opening up an energy that will activate beautiful light codes that will spread love across the earth. And they are asking that the humans that are in an awakened state, the ones that are hearing our call, the ones that are here and ready and wanting to usher in this new love, are there to not do this for them, but with them, to love them and to honor them and to give to them and to bow, in a sense, to them, because they carry the wisdom and the knowledge and the deep remembering of their immersion and their deep knowing and their listening and their willingness to connect to your great mother. For it is that the Aborigines, as well as many indigenous beings across the globe, when they stand, sometimes you walk past them and you cannot see them. For just like a lizard can find its way into the stone where it camouflages itself, they too can merge into the forest or into the bush or into the sand. They can disappear and reappear, for they know the land and the stars. They feel the pulse of the earth, and they are connected to it as they are extended with it. They are not separate from it, but it is an extension of themselves, and the earth is an extension to them, for there is no lack in their courting. It is all one. And so they are coming together on this beautiful ceremonial day tomorrow. But in honoring of them, in loving them, and of great respect and reverence for them, you cannot just bounce yourself upon their work that they have done for eons of time, for you must be given permission to enter into their ancestral energies to receive this light. And so you have a few options in which you can do tomorrow. You can sit in deep prayer and meditation this evening and ask for them to come, as you may feel their energy and their beautiful spirit. And as they come to you, you may ask them permission. Oh, if they are, there is disturbance in this. One moment, please. Oh, it is the black box again. They are wanting, though, for you to not be distracted and to be able to sit in silence and to feel their energy and to ask them to come to you. And for you to bow to them and to ask if it is that they may speak to you and that you may be willing to connect with them, that they would be willing to allow you to come in. And if you receive permission from the great elders to enter, then you may do your ceremonial work in the morning with them. But if you do not receive permission from them or a sense inside yourself that you feel comfortable with that, then you may just do your ceremonial work for the planet and for the globe as a whole. But it is being carried out here in this particular continent of Australia with these dear elders because they are related and connected to the vibration of what would be called the dream time. For many of you hear and talk about the dream time, for they have dreamt into creation everything that is not the skyscrapers and the cars, but they have dreamt into dream time and the sand and the bush, the sun and the stars, the trees and the water, the fire and all of the elements and the creatures, the minerals, the crystals, the spiritual kingdom, the devas, the animals, all parts of the human collective connection to Mother Earth. And so it is now that you are ushering in this new energy as you are moving into this new place. You are being given the gift to be contributing to or to be participating in the dream of dreaming up the new earth. You will be dreaming up tomorrow the new earth in the dream time of the gifts of the great elders. And so if you are feeling a connection to them and a permission to enter in, they will be sharing with you their secrets of the dream time, their ways and their teachings, their wisdom and their knowledge of how they are an extension and connected to Mother Earth. And so we're wanting you to use your time this evening to be writing and to be dreaming. And to be dreaming without parameters, to be dreaming without any confined energies around it, to be moving into the womb of the infinite, into the infinite space of complete possibility, to dream up an earth in where all beings are fed, in where everyone has clean water, where there is no inequality and there is a unified understanding that you are interconnected and that you are one. A dreaming of a place in where the earth is flourishing and the seas are clean, where the ice caps are coming back and the animal kingdoms are full, where the great Amazon and the lungs of the earth are born again, breathing fully as all the trees begin to return and to grow and to flourish, in which those that have been and come extinct across your great animal kingdom begin to find their way to return. Where the crystals and the minerals and the plants sing and talk and share their ancient knowing and wisdom, where you return to the old wisdom of the ancient medicine, where you stand and honor the directions of the north, the south, the east, and the west. When you go out and stand under the moonlight in ceremony, as you dance together in your ritual of love, when you tune into the vibration of the fire and the drum and the rattle, when you can feel and know the snake and the serpent rising up through your spine and expanding itself out through you, when you hear the song of the bird and you know what it is speaking of. When you feel the energy of Mother Earth and her heartbeat racing through yours as you are connected together as one. As you look to all your brothers and sisters and you no longer see their political orientation, their race, their gender, their ideas, their personality, but you see beyond that as those outer structures begin to fall and collapse, and you see the light and the spark and the love that radiates out from them, connecting you all together as one. And so this is their call to you to build what they call a rainbow bridge of love. And this rainbow bridge of love will extend from your heart, from wherever it is that you are, and you shall bring it and carry it all the way across to Uluru, wherever that may be from where you are in the world. And as you receive permission from the great elders to send your love, you will send it with a pure and honest heart, asking of nothing but giving of all that you have. And as they receive this love, it will move into the cells of their starlight beings that they are, as they dream together with you a new world. And so it's time to dream a new world, and that is what they will be doing. And as you participate in that, you expand it into what you might call a new collective agreement of a new world. You have all agreed upon this world that you are in now. And as you see that it is beginning to die, not in a sense that it is dying permanently, but old ways and structures of being are dying, you are moving now and ushering in the new. So you will dream with them, and as you dream, you will add all the love that you carry in your heart. And this dream is going to be a rainbow bridge of new dream time, where all the timelines merge together as one, creating and birthing a new earth. And so you will do this by going outside, and if you feel connected to that, you will stand with your feet deep on the ground, rooted into Mother Earth. And if you are on the continent of the United States, you will feel and connect down to the turtle, the great ancient wisdom of the old sleeping turtle that has been in a deep sleep but carries all the wisdom, the knowledge, and the knowing of the indigenous ways, who remembers when you talked to him, when you felt his deep presence and his wisdom beneath the earth in the core. And you will connect to that turtle energy, and you will rise and bring it up and ask it to come up and in and through you as its teachings are activated within all of the cells of your body. And as that turtle energy moves up, you're going to shoot that love, that wisdom, that teaching, and that knowing, and that knowledge that spins through your DNA and your cord of light as a rainbow of love, and you're going to drop it energetically into Uluru down so that the elders may receive and mix it and combine it with their dreamtime vision and knowing of all the teachings that are needed. And if you are in the area or the region or the continent vibration of Asia, you're going to sit and you're going to drop down into the core of the earth, and you're going to feel the old dragon, the dragon egg, reawakening as it roars with its wisdom and its love and its knowledge and its light. As you bring that energy, and it coils and it wraps like two spirals or helixes of the DNA spinning together up through your body, out your crown, and over to Uluru, where it is accepted and may receive all the teachings and the wisdom and the knowing of those who have walked that land and know it's that earth as it is healed and receives the wisdom of the dragon. And if you are in Antarctica, you will go beneath the ice and the snow and the cold into the core to feel the bear, the polar bear, and his strength.
Okay, we have to listen to this.
and wisdom as he will come up and share his love and take that energy up and that strength of his big, beautiful paws and his power as it goes all the way over to Uluru and it receives this water and this crystalline, beautiful love of cleansing and light. And if you're on the continent and you are in the energy of South America, you will go down into the core and you will feel and connect with the great wisdom of the medicine and the great wisdom of the animals and the spirits and the leaves and the forest. As the condor will come up and he will fly with grand wings flying out across, bringing that energy as a rainbow of light all the way over, dropping into Uluru. And if you are in Europe, you will combine the vibration of Grandmother Spider, who's choosing to come to unify all of the countries together as one with her beautiful spider web of light that will finally come all the way up and bring that spider web of beautiful rainbow light raining all over the earth as it drops into Uluru. And so as this happens, there will be rainbows just bouncing like a bridge from one continent to another and one country to another, from wherever you stand on your sacred land to the sacred land of wherever you send it. For you may send your love to Uluru, and then you will feel the momentous energy come back to you like a snowball in the snow as it begins to roll and it gets bigger and bigger. The energy will be expanding exponentially and it will come back and you will feel it drop down into your crown and through your body back into the core of the feeling and return it to the turtle, where his energy will send it back to you, and that love will come up and out and around and over to the dragon, where he will feel it, and the roar of his breath will get stronger and more powerful. He roars that love of rainbow light out from his vibration underneath the earth, out. And he may send it over to the polar bear, or over to Uluru, or to the grasshopper there, or to the kangaroo or the wallaby. You may send it to the condor or the panther, and over to Africa, where it goes to the original point where all of humanity came from and was born, to the great star lions who are at the top of the capstone of the pyramid of all the animal kingdoms, as the great lion king. And the starseed lions feel that love, and they take their beautiful roar and their big paws of strength and love, knowing that their strength and their health is the food chain of the health of all the systems of Mother Earth combined, as they send their starlight codes of love over to Uluru and back. And it begins to keep moving and moving until you cannot keep track anymore, for it moves from the star lions in Africa to the kangaroos, over to the turtle and the polar bears, to the dragon, to the spider, to the web of life as it all interconnects. And the jaguar may come, or perhaps the great eagle will show its head. The serpent might rise as the rainbow serpent rises up through your spine, twirling the DNA and activating these codes of light. And so you will be imagining in your meditation these spirals of energy, of rainbow love and bridges, moving all around Mother Earth, creating loops of infinity signs of light. And that is the rainbow bridge of a new grid being born tomorrow on the winter solstice, during the grand conjuncture of the energies coming in to birth a new earth. And so all you have to do is have a pure heart, clean your body, leave your grievances behind, go outside, stand on the land, and imagine and use your meditation to rise up the animal from your continent, to move it up through and around you, or whatever animal spirit arises, to support you in honoring the great Mother Earth as you send your love with the permission of the indigenous ones and the great elders of the Aborigines in Australia, for they are the center of creating this new dream. As they dream up and you dream with them, the new earth. So dream and share your rainbows of light and get that energy flowing and moving all around the earth as you see Mother Earth pulsating with rainbow spectrums of love. Because you all can do this, for you can choose this timeline, the timeline of unity, the timeline of coming together. And the fear and the ego and all the ideas of worry and lack, the feeling of separateness and polarization, division and pollution, inequality and suffering can begin to dissolve as it becomes behind you. For the Aborigines see the past and the present and the future as one. For they do not operate in linear time, but in dream time. And that old ways that have brought you to where you are now, but where you are now and what you choose now will bring you to where you will be. And as they merge together, the yin and the yang and the light and the dark and the love and the fear, they come together and they unify collectively as one. For we hear many of you say, well, the earth will split in two and that those who are not of love will fall into the dark, deep wells of darkness. This is not so, because you are all one. Those that are dark are a part of you and you are a part of them, for they are a piece that needs to be forgiven, to be honored, to be respected, to be loved, to be heard. For the shadow of the dark night of the soul around the globe needs to be honored, to be seen, to be healed, so that you may move through that canal into the light. But this idea that you are greater or more important or more evolved than another is what holds you in the polarity of separation and division. It is when you begin to honor each other and bow to one another, recognizing and seeing the light in them that dwells in you, that you may begin to heal. So you are dreaming up this together, collectively, for something new. So do not pivot against something other to say that they are wrong and you are right and they should do this and you should do that. For you are all ultimately made and come from the same source, and you shall all return to that, regardless of which side you may have thought you were on. For there are no sides in the dream world that you are creating. There is only the vibration of love. And love has no sides. Love is not black or white or Republican or Democrat. Love is not fat or thin. It is the unified energy of the willingness to embrace and hold all in love. That is what love is. And so this deep polarization you have felt across the globe, it is behind you now. It is behind you as you go forward into something new. So do not dwell upon it, talk about it, gossip about it, think about it, read about it, watch about it, amplify it, dream something new. Return to and hear the calling of the elders as they dreamt up this earth. And when you are finished with feeling that beautiful rainbow and you have sent that love to Uluru and across the earth, then get down on your hands and your knees and bow down to the earth in gratitude, or stand with your prayer in gratitude, however you are wanting, and thank your great mother for the water that you drink, and for all the food that you eat, and for the air that you breathe, and for all the beauty that she shares with you. For without her, there is nowhere for you to be. And like any mother, she loves you, she adores you, she wants what's best for you. And as you bow in gratitude, in reverence and respect to her, with her and not separate from her, you extend to her and begin to feel her as not something separate from you, but an extension of you, as you begin to learn how to merge back into and with her, to hear her, to honor her, and to remember that you and her together can dream up this new earth, which is a renewal and a rebirth for her as well, as she is also being reborn. And so it is.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, everybody. Well, I'm glad that I could bring in Raphael for all of you. And is there anything else that I wanted to mention or to cover? So I sent out that email that you can listen to that meditation, or you can go back and listen to this. And just go outside tomorrow at 6:32 a.m. East Coast time with a few friends or alone, and send that love out. And if you don't feel called to do that, that's okay. Do whatever you'd like to do, or however you would like to do it. And I wish everybody a beautiful winter solstice tomorrow, and sending you all of my love and my light. And we'll touch base again next Sunday as well at 2 o'clock, and we'll have a different kind of call, a Q&A. So thanks everybody for getting on, and I'll stay on for a couple more minutes to make sure everybody's texting. If there's anything else was coming up, I guess just thank you messages. Thank you so much. And those of you who donated to these calls, I really just am in deep gratitude. Thank you. You don't need to though, but if you want to, you can. It's totally up to you. All right. Much love, everybody. It was a lot of energy that came in, and tomorrow's going to be just a beautiful day. I'm so excited. Is there anything else you want to add, Casey? Are we good?
Yeah, I think we're pretty good. Just remember to be dreaming up that new world and write about it and discuss it with people that you're with, of just really, what does this new world look like that we're all bringing in together?
All right. And share this recording. You know, I'll send out a replay with anybody you want, so that everybody tomorrow, the more people we have out, together across the earth doing this, the more powerful it'll be. So tell your friends and loved ones, okay? All right. Goodbye, everybody. Have a great night. And if different people have things about the time, whatever time feels good to you. I'm doing it at 6:32 a.m. East Coast time. So that's what I heard from people in Australia. All right, take care.
I do highly recommend that if you want to do it barefoot, do it. I think it's whatever works for you, but you know, connecting deeply to the earth with your skin is always a good idea.
Yeah, I will be doing it with, there'll be 7 of us outside in a circle, or 8 actually, 7 and myself. So we'll take some pictures at the end and send you what we've done, and you guys do your own thing. All right. Thanks, everybody. Much love.